All right, I think we're live now. Day two of my futures trading. I'm the Angry Trader, and I am taking a $1,000 account and seeing where I can get to it with futures trading. I am new to futures trading, so this should be interesting. And I wanted to do a show your work type thing so that people could see me either lose some money or make some money, and can probably see the challenges, to be honest, that comes with trying to trade and trying to trade futures in particular, just trading in general or day trading. So if this is your first time watching, which it probably is since I hardly have no subscribers, I call myself the Angry Trader because I firmly believe that emotions and psychology is like 80% of trading. You can learn the basics of technical analysis and chart patterns in like a week, but you'll spend a lifetime trying to manage your emotions and trying to not get greedy and also not be afraid. I tend to overtrade. So this whole entire live stream, I'm going to be practicing as much patience as I can possibly put upon myself to practice, and with the hopes that I'll be able to get the discipline to not take stupid trades. That's just really the bottom line. I just want to be able to get in and watch for those times where the trades are easy and not stressful and that you can get in. Now I'm trying to see if I'm even visible here. And the sad truth is I can put in my own name and still not show up here in YouTube. So they're not giving me a lot of visibility. So it's very unlikely anybody's actually watching this in real time, if at all. It's a little bit depressing, to be honest, to just see how little they just really do for us as new traders, new YouTubers. Very, very discouraging, actually. I heard that YouTube was doing better about when somebody comes on that's new, they would get their videos in front of people so that people can find them, and then they would from there see if like the first 100 people they put it in front of, if there's interest, they'll keep showing to people. Otherwise, then you just got to keep trying more videos. But I don't see that. It looks like they're an advertising driven company, so they're putting through the people that are already popular. So please click like and click subscribe, because it's just going to be really hard to grow channels here. I think for new YouTubers, it's really important that if you want to support people trying to get in and create this kind of content, that people are going to have to click the like, they're going to have to click subscribe, and they're going to have to leave comments, or otherwise you won't have people continuing to stick with it, and you won't get any more new people, because it is really a challenge. So with that rant down, I do want to say that I have other YouTube channels. I've grown to over 10,000 subscribers before, so I'm confident that over time I'll get this one there as well. So my trading philosophy on these futures is right now to try to not lose money and to not take trades. Now, while it might seem silly, I'm kind of very fine that I might go this whole morning without taking a trade. The last episodes, if you look back at my previous ones, you'll see that I was up 7.5% in one day on my brand new account, and then I proceeded to give all of that back and be down 1% or more, and then finally end up about 3.5%. And that kind of swinging around and trading a lot, it just never goes well. So over trading, I'm going to try to avoid, and I'm going to do my best to get good entries and be patient. The market is trending down overall. We've broken through a lot of supports, but we can check a few things here before pre-market. Now, one thing I like to do is always get in at least 20-30 minutes before the market opens, to analyze things, review my previous day a little bit. And now that I'm doing YouTube with this, I'll probably do my reviews a little earlier so I can create my YouTube videos of the recap if it's going to be worth the time to do, given on how little help YouTube seems to want to give new people getting started here. It is really a shame. To be honest, I think that new YouTubers are not getting a little bit more visibility. And I shouldn't say new YouTubers necessarily, new channels, because I'm a veteran YouTuber and I've grown channels before, but it seems particularly difficult recently. That I think it's just about monetization, and for all of the lip service, I guess, for lack of a better word, that YouTube might give to content creators. They're starting to get to the point where they're drastically cutting the amount that they're sharing in revenue, and they're making it harder and harder for people that are still coming up the learning curve. I think I get the fact that you only want to put the best content in front of your customers, but on the other hand, if people that are still learning the platform a bit and still trying to get their everything dialed in, if they get 0 views and 0 subscribers every day and people are just struggling to get visible at all, what's the incentive for them to build? So yeah, my rant got real long there. Fortunately, nobody has been watching it. At least I know they haven't now, but in the record, maybe later they'll come back and see this and say, wow, that guy's really complaining. But anyway, one of the things I would do is look here at the daily chart. So usually, a lot of times I spend most of my I would look at the daily chart just to make sure. You can see these waves coming through, and I'm going to draw a line here. Let's just pull up a line. Let's see here. Which is my line I want to use? I'll use a trend line here. So this just lets you draw a trend line. And the one I'm drawing is these lows here. So notice we're kind of already in pre-market hitting these lows. I'm not sure. Let me tilt it. Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter. And then so we could likewise probably draw another line. So I think drawn lines are important. I think there's been a few times that if I'd just drawn the lines, I think I would have probably avoided really simple mistakes. So now the one thing to notice is that there's another line, one more line that we really probably need to consider, and it's this one right here. And this is the big overall line. So you can think of this as the general pattern being down. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing everything I want to see here. Oh, here it is. Okay, so yeah, so this you can see over the course of the last this whole year, like the year started, has been in a complete downtrend. So it's like last year was a really nice uptrend. You can just see that if you got long in this last year, you were fine. And then as it went short, as everyone sells, as it was selling off, look how much wider. I'm going to change this. Yeah, well, I'll just leave it for now. But notice how much wider these moves are. So a big move down and then this move up is also really steep and covering a lot of ground. And even if you look back here, it's really rare that you see every once in a while, like this run right here is really steep. That's a really nice run. But for the most part, look, even this run is probably not quite as steep as this. I mean, this was in 3 bars. We're all the way to the top. This thing took like 18 bars or something to get up there to the top, maybe 15 bars. And then look how far it fell here in just 3 bars. 1, 2, 3, and then a 4th red bar after a baking shake day. So yesterday sold off big and got us below this support. So I'll try to zoom in here a little bit so we can get a little closer look at the last few months. You can see here that we kind of broke a line here as well, a vertical support. So there was support through here, as it was consolidating and trying to go higher. And you can see a big fake out in this bar right here. Let me try to find another pointer here. This is an annoying pointer for me. I don't like it. Arrow pointer. There we go. I don't. I guess it's always going to do these horizontal and vertical lines as I'm moving around. But notice this candlestick area went way up and pulled back. So for anyone seeing this, this was your indication that we might go short. And some people might go short here right after this green bar closes, because if there was enough buyers as this bar expanded, they would have stepped in and we would have cleared resistance like right through here, and we've been off higher. But the problem was just not enough buyers. The buyers just fell through, and that was it. So I think we're getting ready to start the market, and I know no one's watching right now. And that's just the way it is. You know, I have to just realize the fact that we've got a you know, I'm fighting a logarithms now, for lack of a better word. And so what I'm going to do, because I have some trading I have to do myself, is I'm just going to quickly here see if I can't make a new scene. But that's okay. That's okay. Um, it is what it is, right? So go back to my screens. Over here on the right, this is Tradestation. I have a matrix. And this matrix over here has the prices obviously in the middle of this futures contract. And then in addition to that, you got volume over here on the right, which is really valuable as the day goes on and you're trading. You can start to see the levels in which the buyers step in. So notice how as we get higher here, all the volume drops out. So once it gets up over these levels, there's not a lot of resistance, but we can know as long as we're stuck in the middle of heavy volume right in here that that we're not going to want to probably be putting a trade in typically. Now we're off the morning lows, and you can see this just in the last couple of minutes, actually, this big green bar. So let me try to get the chart a little better. We'll make it a little bigger, and we'll drag it back a little so we can see this. So the market's getting ready to open, and people look like they're ready to maybe make up some losses from yesterday, possibly, or well, I shouldn't say that. We're down 0.75% still in pre-market, but close the gap. So a lot of times what we might want to do here is try to play a gap close. Maybe like, and I said I was going to be patient. So why don't we just say I would probably trade the gap close with more confidence if I wasn't playing patient. And so we'll see if the gap closes. Now, we can't really see the gap on here. Let me see if I can pull it up. Where the heck is it? Sessions with pre and post market. So yeah, so I needed this up so I can see where the close of the previous day was. So there's the gap. That's a pretty large gap to close. Now if this holds above this level and we don't retrace more than say a third of it, and we can start pushing a little higher, that might be good for a long trade. The other thing we would want to watch is this little V right here is what's known as like a VWAP, which means this is everything below this V is down volume for the day. Everything above it is up volume. And usually you want to go long if you're above this and short if you're below it. Now, I'm being patient here. It's tough. We probably, as I said, we probably want to close the gap. So we've already ran up a little bit. And now we can see this pulling back. You know, the sellers stepping in. And they always do, it seems. So, because there's nobody watching me, and I kind of hoped that maybe I'd have a little bit more search, I'm probably going to go ahead and cut here because I have some trades I want to make in other accounts and some work I want to get done. And until I get some love from YouTube, why on a live session waste my time when they're not giving me any search results, or they're not having anybody find me? Because I know my thumbnails are pretty good and I would be visible right now. One thing I'll say is, as you can see here, we're looking to close the gap. So going long here probably would have been pretty less risky than what I probably should have taken that but I don't lose money on the trades I don't take, so I'm not going to beat myself up, and I am going to probably end this possibly for now, simply because it's just there's just not a lot of visibility here. Now I'll see if there's any chance somebody's watching me. I'll stay in, but I don't think it's happening. Yeah, nope. So yeah, I'm not going to stay on live when there's literally 0 viewers and I'm not showing up in the searches from YouTube. They clearly don't really want to encourage, I think, new streamers at this time. So I'm cutting and running on this one, and maybe if I can get some other videos that I post, I take the time to edit and put up, and I can get traffic and I can get views and then get subscribers so people will come, then I'll start doing more live trading for people. But otherwise, my time's just a little too valuable to fight this YouTube algorithm. So I will stop this stream now.